Hello, y'all on YouTube. This is Rob's Nerdy Knives. We've got a really cool unboxing, something coming in from Blade HQ. I've been wanting to look at this for a while. Let's look at this now. All right, today I'm opening up my box with my Dalibor Bergam Asgard. This was a Riot-made run for first production run for Dalibor Bergam. He does nothing but custom knives, but this was ridiculous. Wanted something spectacular to opening, something spectacular as well. So let's see what we have here. All right, we've got some stuff with Misto. All right, you know, we've owned a Misto before. It's a cool knife. I do like that. We've got a box. We've got some stickers. Wow, we do indeed have some stickers. So let's see, what do we have here? We have Blade HQ. Life Liberty knives. Nice, nice. These will go into the giveaways for sure. And what do we have here? N.U.M.B Knifeworks. So, you know, guys, I've been wanting to check this out. I even reached out to Nick. If he'd had some extra ones, he might have loaned me one. But, you know, this is such a cool, epic knife. I feel like I really had to get one. So we did. So here we are. Knifeworks. N.U.M.B Knifeworks. So this is called the Cornerstone PinchLok. Riot Knives made this knife, just like Riot Knives made the Asgard for Dalibor Bergam. Sometimes that's why I try to bring it together. You can look at the little barcode there if you want. N1A PinchLok. This name came up from, I believe, Lefty EDC helped him come up with that name because he worked with him on that. All right, here we go. I've been very curious about this one. So here's our little cheat sheet right here. It talks about everything. Got our silicate gel, and here is the knife. Oh boy! All right. By the way, I like this case. This is really cool. This is very nice. All right, so here is the knife itself. All right, so we've got nice back spacer, nice texturing on here, nice clip. Okay, good. Going in and out. It's not a crazy ramp going over there. It's not as thick as I thought it was going to be, so that's nice. We've got a front flipper. Not crazy aggressive, dead nut centered, which is super important for something like this. Got a nice big fuller right there going on. All right. So here we go. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, look at that hollow grind. This is the satin finish. Beautiful. Got ourselves a little harpoon sort of thing going on here. Harpoon, sheep's foot kind of thing. A sharpoon. Can we call it a sharpoon? Or harpeet for sheep's, or harpeet, yeah, sheep's foot. I don't know. All right, so now what's interesting is you'll see two buttons here, and one, they don't work independently. You have to do them together to close it. So let's see how this works. Ooh, okay, there we go. Let's do it again. Nice. All right, it's got a nice big finger choil. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And you can choke up here for a nice push. Nice hollow grind. Let's see that edge. How are we looking on that edge? Nice and even on both sides. Yeah, nice. Let's feel that. Nice and sharp. It is a nice hollow grind, so you're going to go down here. Get a nice thin edge. It's got a nice thick chunky tip here, so it'll definitely be a usable knife for sure. This looks like it's number 680. And we are dealing with S90V blade steel, so that's really cool. Let's look at the inside. Got some great weight relief, a nice back spacer going on in there. Really generous back weight relief in there. That's really cool. All right, I like the back spacer. And the back spacer does have like a little center channel, so you better be dead nut centered on that, which they are. All right, let's see here. Any blade play? Any blade rock? Any pivot lash? Pivot play? All right. All right, so what it is, there's two detent balls in there. I don't know if we can see that. This is cool. This is a brand new type of lock if you haven't heard about this. Oh yes, there you can see them. All right, let's see if we can get let's zoom in. All right, so you see the two detent balls right there? That's the two detent balls right there. And then you have the two that engage on the lock itself right there. Okay, do you see that? There's oh, let's see if I can hold this. So right there, come on, zoom in. There we go. Right there, those two are engaged right on there. I think that's really cool. All right, and then again, let's look right over here. You can see the detent balls right. Come on, there we go. Here's the deep. Come on, flashlight. There you go. The detent balls there, all the way down at the bottom. They're right there. All right, very cool. Very freaking cool. Okay, so everyone's talking about this being the knife of the year. So first of all, the design on this knife is great. Beautiful chamfering all the way around. Nice touch, nice touch. Rounded clip, no sharp points. Very nice touch. Reversible clip, the way they did a very slight recess with 2 screws, it's very nice. You don't have to do an insert a little insert on the cutout here, which it's still recessed into the scale, but it just looks nice. It looks nice, and it kind of fits the vibe of some of the. Oops, sorry. This right here fits some of the vibe of some of the thing over here. So you see that right here, the inset. Okay. Oh boy, I was zoomed in the whole time. I was so focused. All right, so let me make sure. I'm going to start over. So beautiful clip right here, nice and round all the way around. I love the chamfering all the way around the knife. Nice little cutaway in there. I think that's great. Nice chamfering up on top. Good finger choil getting up there. I got large hands. Let me zoom out now. Large hands with big meaty fingers. Plenty of room right there. If I were to be out here, I could still use this back part, so it would work. And let's see, where's the balance of it? It's right there. So you could do that, and it does work, like especially if you're cutting. But if you want to choke up, you can, and you can get up here with some jimping. There's jimping here too, but jimping up here, and that works really well. So absolutely can do a little pinch cut, which I know like Tri-State EDC likes to do. I like the blue anodization, very subtle, not overly stated. I like the logo on there. It's nice, kind of cut out, milled out. Captive pivot, that looks like it might be a T10. I'm curious, what size is that? Is it a T8? All right, so here's a T8, here's a T10. Let's take a look. So here's a T8. Yeah. All right, so here's a T10. Oh yeah, T10 pivot. Nice. All right, so let's see if it's T8s right here. Yeah, what about this one? That one might be a T6. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. And these got to be T8s. So, yeah. T8s. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Now, I'm not going to take this apart because, one, well, not right now. I will probably put skiffs in it, just to be fair. But I know a lot of people have already taken it apart. I just want to kind of get a feel for it. The action's really smooth. That's really nice. That's really nice. I do like that a lot. Really, really dig that. Very, very cool. Okay. Nice blade shape there. I do like that a lot. Very cool with the satin finish. S90V. Let's see the front flipper. Front flipper works really nice. Can we do reach around? Oh, absolutely. Hold on. Now, I guess I can't put my pressure on there, so I got to make sure I'm a little high. There we go. Works really well. It's tuned for the front flipper. It's not overly crisp, which sometimes you can have in a front flipper. You know, I mean, some people with the thumb hole, they want it like a flipper, and they don't want to, you know, prioritize it for the front flipper, because then the front flipper becomes very uncomfortable. Now, some people like it really crazy like that. Now, I like the fact that the clip is long, because that does help me to get a little grip, got a little marker on there from marking the box out before I opened it. But I think that's cool. Action's really delightful. Really, really delightful. Okay, really nice. Out of curiosity, oops, dropping stuff over here. I just want to weigh this. It feels not super heavy, but I feel like maybe 4 ounces, maybe 3.2. I don't know. It is 4. It doesn't feel that heavy, but it feels really balanced. That's crazy. All right, so just out of curiosity too, how long is this thing? It doesn't, it's short because of the way I have to grip up and everything, but where are we at? We're around 7 3/8 or 7 3/16. Okay, right here to the end, you're about 3.5, but if you do the finger choil, you're about 4.5. The blade from the tip to the back is under 3 inches. The cutting length is 2 5/8. So not super huge, but definitely a nice little knife. I like that. And I know he's going to come out with different variations, but I really dig that a lot. That's really cool. Yeah. That's nice. I like it a lot. Very, very cool. All right. All right, so first impressions are great. First impressions are great. I like a lot of it, but we're gonna go ahead and do a quick skiff swap. Let's do that. Because, you know, that's what we do. So we're gonna need that, we're gonna need that, and we're gonna need maybe that. I don't think so. I think I should be able to get to it from right here. So let's try to do it just that way, okay? Now, Riot sometimes has a habit of using a lot of Loctite, so I gotta be careful. I don't want to strip anything. So there we go. We do have some Loctite on there. Okay. Let's see what pivot we're dealing with here. 5mm. And probably, oops, I'm going to guess 1/16. Yeah, 1/16. 5mm 1/16. So probably these guys right here. And then we're going to just clean stuff off real quick. There's no oil on there right now, which I can probably understand. And so there's the two-part engagement of the detent. That's interesting. Okay. Don't want a lot of oil everywhere. That's for sure. And this is how it's like locked in there. And there's probably a spring. Yeah, definitely a spring in there. Very cool. Maybe right underneath. I think there is. I remember seeing the video for it. So not super, very tight tolerances, but not super complicated in one regard. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of drop here. Right, and then we're going to put these on here. Just polish that up a little bit. Probably should polish the other one too, but I already brought it together. Super fun. Let's look at it. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. So there is a little D-shaped pivot. Do you see that right there? Fits on very nicely, actually. That's cool. We have a pivot collar, but let's clean inside of that out. Okay, very good. Easy enough, quick and easy. I always like that. I felt pretty confident putting Loctite on there right away. Just felt like it would work. It would do well. So I'm glad I did. May have to Loctite the back screws. We'll see if they travel or not. I hope they don't, but you never know. So got to be ready just in case. All right, we'll put this away. These weren't bad. Pretty good action, I will have to say. Riot does a pretty decent job on their OEM, but they're open. They're crimped over cage bearings, so keep that in mind. But what you need for this one is the 5mm, 12 ball count, 1/16 ball size. The pivot is 1.5mm, right? Means inner diameter is 0.2, outer diameter is 0.370. All right, so those are the ones you will want to put on here. They work really, really well. It was a very quick, easy install. So let's see the action now. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's really cool. All right, very cool, very cool. The Cornerstone by N.U.M.B Knives, right? So N.U.M.B Knives, right? It's N.U.M.B Knives, Knifeworks, N.U.M.B Knifeworks. All right, very cool. All right, guys, this was just a quick unboxing and a quick skiff swap. So there we are. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button? If you've already hit that like button, maybe, just maybe, consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel, it does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. Allows me to do more things, check more things out, cover the cost of like budget banger giveaways, all sorts of stuff. It just it helps. You watching the videos, you're becoming members, all that stuff. Thank you, guys. Also, if you haven't already, maybe consider hitting the notification button down below as well, so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. You guys are amazing. You do two things for me. One, you encourage me, and I really do appreciate that. Just by being members, being there, being part of the community. Thank you guys. Secondly, because of your generous support, you allow me to do things sooner than I thought I could. Not only on top of the people who are subscribers, who watch the content, who are part of all of that, you as channel members with your generous support, I can cover costs of shipping. I can certainly do a budget banger giveaway each week, things like that. And I want to say thank you. You guys are amazing. So I appreciate that. As a small way for me to say thank you, I want to do two things for channel members. One, I'd love to mail brand new channel members a sticker, channel sticker, and a thank you note. So if you're a brand new channel member, email me your name and address so I can mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. Two, channel members, you are eligible for the once a month members exclusive giveaway. So each week we'll have a budget banger giveaway, budget banger. And then that 1 week in a month, we'll have a members exclusive giveaway. Certainly not a budget banger. Definitely try to do something about 100 above. Something cool, something hopefully you would enjoy winning or giving as a gift, right? So that's for you guys. And you are eligible for both, just so you know. So if that sounds cool, sticker, the note, the monthly giveaway, maybe the special emojis that you've heard about, maybe the 1 year, 2 year anniversary, the exclusive content, any of that sounds really cool. There's a link down below in the description, how to become a member. I have three different tiers. Would love to have you. But please do it because you want to. Don't feel obligated, okay? But if you choose to do it, thank you. I am grateful and humbled by that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, maybe also consider checking me out over here on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.